Hi everyone, my name is Adrienne Rife. I live in a small town in West Virginia. It's really great to meet everybody. Um, I am currently pursuing a degree in business. I'm going to just go with an associate's. Originally was going to do bachelor's and figured out it was just going to be too much for me. So I've dropped down to an associate's, which I have a piece about, and I'm excited to almost be done. My testimony, or the thing that has influenced my life as much as I could possibly ever dream, was the birth of my nieces. I currently don't have any kids, but these little girls have impacted my life so much. The oldest one's name is Mackenzie. She just turned 6 in December. The youngest is Carly, and she'll be 4 in May. They have a very unique relationship, mainly because my oldest niece, Mackenzie, was diagnosed with DBA when she was 6 weeks old. DBA is also known as diamond black fan anemia. Her body did not make its own red blood cells, so she had to have transfusions in order to stay alive, pretty much, for the first 3 years of her life. There are different treatments for it. Her father has it, so it's hereditary. So we were kind of familiar with it, but Mackenzie's case was completely different from her father's. We tried to do steroids and see if that would activate the hemoglobin to come up on its own. Her father responds to steroids, and that's what he takes. However, that didn't work for Mackenzie. So it was kind of like, what are we going to do? It was always a question. The whole beginning of her life was just one big question. What are we going to do? What happens when we do this? What happens when we do that? And then it was decided 2 years ago that she was going to have a bone marrow transplant, which was terribly scary for all of us. Then my sister became pregnant with my youngest niece, Carly, and she turned out to not have the DBA gene at all and was 100% matched for Mackenzie. So 2 years ago, February, they went to Cincinnati Children's Hospital, which is about 5 hours from where we live now. And Mackenzie received her sister's cord blood, which we kept when Carly was born, and also received a donation of bone marrow from Carly as well. It was very scary. She had to endure 8 days of chemo, very strong chemo. We were hopeful that she wouldn't have any horrible side effects, and ultimately, in the grand scheme of things, she didn't. She didn't develop the mouth sores. She didn't develop really any of the sickness that you can get from that. She didn't want to eat and did have to have a feeding tube. And she did lose her hair, which was, I think, more painful for her than it was for us. She was such a trooper through everything. And God really worked. 17 days after her bone marrow transplant, she was released to go back to the Ronald McDonald House, which was right beside the hospital. And within 4 months, she came home on June 1st and has been home ever since. She is 100% healthy. Her immune system is working perfectly. 2 years later, you would never know that anything ever happened to this little girl. And it was such a testament, such a testimony that I have, that I can give about my God and about what He did for Mackenzie. And as a family, what we did, both my parents and my sister's in-laws, how we all just bonded together. If they needed something, we made it happen. We did fundraisers and blood drives and whatever we had to do to band together. And it really restored my faith in humanity, seeing how much people loved and cared about a complete and total stranger. But I'm so thankful for those babies. I'm so thankful for my God for bringing everybody through that, making us a stronger family, making her healthy, so that she can live a greater life and a better life for Him. And I hope everybody does great in this class, and I will talk to you all later.